Good morning. It is January 20th, 2022, and this is Shannon Nicole Kringen in Seattle, Washington, United States of America. I'm feeling a little angry. I just wanted to touch base with you. Thank God for nature and earthworms and the microorganisms in the soil. Thank God for regenerative agriculture. Thank God for people who have the courage to swim upstream and challenge the status quo. Thank God for people who take personal responsibility and have ethics. Thank God for people like me. And I'm feeling challenged in a certain way, but I am finding ways to adapt to things that I don't agree with. And I am finding ways to be secret. And I'm finding ways to navigate human culture on the planet. So my cat is on a species appropriate diet. A lot of the ingredients that they put in cat and dog food is really not healthy for cats and dogs. And a lot of things they put in human food is really not healthy for humans. So I have my cat on a raw meat diet, nutritionally balanced for all life stages of cats, and he's doing well. Let's just say I rarely need to take him to a doctor ever. I rarely need to also, well, never mind. Let's just say I'm a healthy human being and I would like to stay that way. Although I am very emotionally challenged for certain reasons that I won't get into, but I'm going to go walk in the forest. I saw a coyote the other day for the first time ever. I saw a coyote in the forest in the daytime. I'm looking up the Native American wisdom of coyote medicine and the symbolism. And I also was in the forest and a couple eagles flew over my head. One eagle flew over my head on one day. And then I was hanging out with this friendly cat. When I go for walks, this cat comes up to me and I pet it. And it's a very sweet cat, a little bit dog-like. And another eagle flew over my head. So, and the symbolism of eagle is seeing things from a higher perspective, which is quite helpful right now. And not getting bogged down in fear and judgment and anger about the groupthink and the conformity that I'm seeing, that I think is the antithesis of what I require to be a HEALTHY Homo sapien. So yeah, I'm feeling a little trickstery, a little coyote. Coyote medicine is the trickster, the chameleon, the person who has a dark sense of humor, the predator, the loner, the empathy for the predator, sympathy for the deviator, something like that. And I'm doing some really complicated things that require me to find strategies, and free parking is one of my strategies of not getting sucked into the spending outrageous amounts of money on parking in Seattle, because it's an expensive city. And I've pretty much mastered the ability to function in Seattle with never wasting money on paying for any parking ever, pretty much. I'm willing to walk up to 45 minutes, maybe even an hour to get my free parking. I also have a bicycle that I ride sometimes to certain places. And I'm learning about some new streets where you can park all day for free in Seattle. Not that I don't believe in paying for certain things that I'm getting a value out of, but paying for parking with my way that I make a living is not a wise way for me to spend my money. I spend my money on high quality organic foods for me and my cat. I believe in spending money on certain high quality things that I believe in and support. But I don't believe in wasting money on expensive, like $17 to park somewhere or whatever, ridiculous. Yes. I just wanted to check in because I haven't done a video in a very long time. It is again January 20th, 2022. And I am finding I'm dealing with a certain amount of anger right now. And I'm just going to acknowledge that. And one thing that I find very liberating is letting go of needing external validation. I mostly am content being by myself. I have a few friends. I have a mom and a dad and a few friends. One particular person that I hang out with, because we have a sexual connection. And so I'm dating somebody, and then I have some other friends, but mostly I like being by myself with my cat. And I have a lot of multiple streams of income, where I mostly get to work by myself, which I really like. And I'm finding it really liberating to let go of needing people to understand me, although I'm making a video right now. So obviously I'm expressing myself on camera, hoping that you get something out of this video, but I have no control over how you see me. And I have no control over how, well, maybe I do have control over how I see you. Do I have control over how I see other people? Would you like a spot of tea? Would you like a spot of tea? Okay. So, and I want to see the new movie, The Tragedy of Macbeth. I want to see that. I'm waiting to figure out how to see it in my own home theater, because that's what I prefer for many different reasons. Okay. Remember to have a sense of humor. They say that the coyote medicine is the trickster, but they also say it's like have a sense of humor. But there's a darker side to the coyote medicine, which I like and find comforting. The movie Joker is a dark comedy, in my opinion, and I find it kind of refreshing and comforting, actually. A lot of, like, Francis Bacon, the painter. I love Francis Bacon paintings, which a lot of people think are ugly and disturbing, but I actually like I have the guts to shine light on dark, shadowy things. And I like people. That's why I love the music of Tori Amos. She kind of shines a light on the shadow aspect of human nature. And Bob Dylan lyrics, Tom Petty, Bob Dylan, and Tori Amos lyrics, and Neil Young lyrics all kind of comfort me and soothe me. And I like people who have the guts to examine the dark side and shine light on the shadow, the hypocrisy, the corruption, the lies that certain people tell, which I won't talk about who they are or what they're saying or what I think is true or what I think is false. I just think it's important to acknowledge the human psychology of how we have defense mechanisms and psychological blocks. I'm also attracted to Jungian psychology. I know that I don't always sound very articulate when I speak into the camera. I think I'm a lot smarter than people realize. But I'm so emotional and sort of childlike in a certain primitive way that people don't realize. I also like Bukowski, the poet Bukowski, although he was kind of rude at times. And some of the things he said I don't agree with. And I don't smoke cigarettes or marijuana or drink alcohol. So I'm not into him on that level. He was like a smoker drinker, just said what he really thought kind of thing, and which was kind of rude at times. But I kind of like the authenticity and honesty of people like Bukowski, even though he's a bit rude. But there's an authenticity in Tom Waits, the musician. I admire people who are, but it's uncomfortable for a lot of people. And maybe because I'm a left-handed only child Scorpio with synesthesia, and I'm a little dyslexic in a different kind of a way. I know left and right. Like when I'm driving around in my car, I know left versus right. I'm not dyslexic in that way, but I reverse and flip other things. And I have some synesthesia, which means that I see shapes in my head when I hear music, and I associate the smell and taste of things, and things blur together. I'm trying to learn to, like, I want to express myself, but I have no control over how you see me, whether you like me or don't like me. I'm trying to let go of the need for external validation and approval. Although human beings do need to be loved and accepted in some kind of community type way. So my way of doing that is the ways in which I make a living, which will remain nameless because I like to be private about certain things about myself. But my philosophy of life is what I want to share. That's about, I like to contribute and give to people in a way that I believe in. And then I want to disengage and do as little phony baloney. I want to do as little phony baloney stuff as I can in this life, in this world. I see a lot of modern civilization. Like I admire Amish people in a lot of ways. And I'm not a religious person in certain ways. So I wouldn't agree with Amish people in certain religious ideas, but the idea of not being part of the mainstream culture and not wanting to get bogged down with technology and not getting caught up in the rat race and being really competitive and having to do everything really fast, 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 fast. Sometimes less is more. And what I admire about Amish people is they work hard and they help each other and they believe in being humble and cooperative. And I like that about them. Um, I went to Lancaster County and was around some Amish people and absorbed some of that kind of energy. And I liked a lot of it, some of it, and like being barefoot and grounding. So I have a philosophy about, I want to contribute to the world and use my talent to share with the world and contribute to the world. But I also want to stop needing other people to understand me or approve of me. I sometimes feel very defensive, like I have to explain myself, and then I feel misunderstood and misinterpreted. And then I wonder what I want to give and receive with other people. So through my ways in which I make a living, which is like 3 or 4 different ways in which I make a living, some of it online, some of it in person, um, which will remain nameless for now. But I just don't want to talk about the specific details of my life because I'm just tired of explaining all of that. I just have a philosophy that I want to do as little phony baloney stuff as possible and do things I actually believe in that are genuine, and then opt out and say no to things I don't believe in. So I like to spend a lot of time to myself and walk in the forest and be out in nature and stand barefoot near trees and take photographs and do these videos and share. And yeah, I guess I want to stop being, I just want to do what's genuine and let everything else go. That's kind of how I just feel right now. And for different people, that would be different things. Like different people say yes and no to different things. So for me, I'm reevaluating what I say yes and no to every single day. And I'm so grateful that I've found a way to make my life work in a certain way that maybe wouldn't work for other people, but it works for me. So the way I eat, the way I sleep, the way I live, me and my kitty by ourselves in my apartment. And I have the freedom of expression and a multifaceted way of earning a living. Um, my income taxes this year are going to be really different, but that's going to be interesting to learn how to do all of that. And uh, I don't know. I'm just really grateful that I can be my individual, unique self. I think every single person is unique and individual. And when I meet somebody, yeah, they fit into a category of, whatever different categories of what they look like and what culture they come from and what gender they are and all that kind of stuff. But really, every single person is an individual. So we can generalize and categorize people. But ultimately, every single person is their own little universe. That's what I think. And having the eagles fly over my head a couple times just reminds me of that. And I like to smell animals. I like to smell the different smells in the forest of the plants and the earth and smell different animals at certain natural places that have different species of animals besides just human. I really appreciate, I'm very sensitive to smell, and I love to smell plants and animals, and it affects my mood pretty strongly. And so these are some of the things that I'm interested in as a human, being a sensual human being on this planet with food and smell and taste and touch and all the different senses. So I'm going to go for a walk soon and have a bunch of things I'm doing today, some online and some out in the physical world. So have a good day, everyone. Just wanted to share my website, shannonkringen.com. I have a bunch of different like art and music and poetry and words and multimedia things I share online. I've had my website, shannonkringen.com since 1999 or 2000. I can't remember, but maybe 2000. I don't know. Okay. And I have all kinds of other, if you just Google Shannon Kringen or Goddess KRING, you'll find all kinds of stuff about me. It's all random. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. So, okay. Bye for now. Just wanted to share. Thank you for subscribing. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you for subscribing. If you're watching this on my other video channel, hey, thanks for being here with me. Good luck, everyone. Be yourself, no matter what they say. That's from a Sting song I like called Englishman in New York. I love Sting lyrics, Bob Dylan, Tom Petty, Tori Amos, my own poetry. I love all the poets and musicians and artists in the world, and the singers and dancers and actors and I don't know, whatever. Free expression and the art of Hundertwasser really inspires me. And what is it? Yayoi Kusama, the Japanese dot lady. I love her art really a lot. I relate to her shapes, not just her dots, because I don't really do dots in my art, but Hundertwasser and Yayoi, what is her name? Here, sorry, just a sec. This lady, I love this lady's art. Yayoi Kusama. She's a very intuitive artist, and she actually tried to commit suicide several times, and I'm so glad she failed, and she's still here with us. She's one of my favorite artists, along with Hundertwasser, and my own and me. Here's some of my art. Hiding place in self-portraits. These are all photos that I took of me. So this is some of my art. I'm an intuitive improvisational artist. I'm an intuitive improvisational human. And I watched a documentary on Yayoi Kusama from Japan, and I relate to some of her personal struggles and her personal demons in my own different way. And when you're a really unique, I mean, everyone is unique, but maybe some people are more unique than others. Maybe the truth is we're all truly, truly, really unique, but not all of us feel called to explore. And sometimes I call myself an amplified chameleon. Meaning I have lots of different aspects and traits, and I really like to explore my individuality. And when I meet somebody, I'm fascinated by whatever makes them unique, the sound of their voice, the way they smell. Everyone is unique. Everyone smells different. Everyone has their own unique literal fingerprints and soul prints and heart and soul and mind. And I think maybe the artists are the ones that maybe exaggerate their uniqueness and maybe shine a light. So amplify, literally amplify with a microphone or amplify with a camera. Take what's inside. Yayoi Kusama paints from inside of herself in an intuitive way. And Hundertwasser did the same thing. I do the same thing when I do my non-representational abstract improvisational drawings and poetry. I have no idea what I'm going to do, and I make it up as I go, and it's totally improvisational, like jazz music. So the way I do my art is like an improvisational jazz musician or an improvisational actor. No script, just make it up as I go. Fly by the seat of my pants. And that's what I think Hundertwasser and Yayoi Kusama and Shannon Nicole Kringen, that's what we do. So these are people in my tribe, I think. Hundertwasser and Yayoi Kusama and Shannon Kringen. We're in a similar tribe, I think. That's kind of how I feel right now. Okay, so thanks for listening. Bye-bye. Woo! Hasta la vista, baby. See you next time.